Hello, hello.
Good
Oh,
evening,
such an incredible.
ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody? What do we do? We got to wait for. It's been so long since we've done this. I couldn't find the button to make it go live.
I don't know. Is it actually because there's so many people are writing and there's say that? Okay, here, wait.
There's like a delay, I think. Oh, there we go. Look, there's 23 people in there. How is everybody? You guys are incredible, really. Like the support that you guys have given, in terms of even donations as well, but also like emails and messages and stuff like that. Like it's been like incredible, isn't it? It's been really overwhelming. So anyway, how is everybody? All things considered.
Yeah, I also want to say from my side, thank you so much for all of your donations. Like we just every day helping different organizations that we know personally, or like we know that they really looking for help. Thank you so much. If you want to donate and you haven't seen our last video, link down below. We also set up a PayPal account because now for Ukrainians it's possible to open PayPal. So please, you're welcome to send anything you want to support Ukraine. What we mostly do is we help people who are older, who stayed by themselves, who kids like have to leave to rescue their lives with children. So the old people stayed by themselves, or we're helping like to buy equipment, or also like today I sent money to Nikolaev Zoo. Like it's one of the nicest zoo in Ukraine, and it was like my favorite place when I was a kid. And now they really struggle. Like most of the guys went and fight because that Nikolaev is like really destroyed, and so of course nobody's going to the zoo, but they're selling tickets online. And also they're like the owner of the zoo is like incredible old man, and so like it's my pleasure to be able to help him at least a little bit. So also we helping here in Spain for the locals. We would like to, we are living now in a small city, and here is a lot of Ukrainian families, a lot of them also with a big amount of, like with many kids, like 3+ kids. And I have an idea of, and everybody's looking for a job. Like yesterday I've been at the meeting where they've been asking like the government, I was asking how they can help, but mostly it's people who are helping each other, like Ukrainians who really live in the city. So I have an idea of creating maybe a little like a fair, right? Like
a little fair, not a fair.
A fair, yes.
Not creating affairs.
Yes, and to be able, like, because Ukrainian people are extremely talented, and I would like to like set up something where they can sell something for locals, because even like my son, he making these things that says peace. I don't know if you can see peace, happy Max in 2022. So a lot of people can do something. I don't know if it is possible to do like some, like Striker offered like a jar food, like jams and stuff, because Ukrainian ladies are very good with that. I don't know if they will allow us to do like food, but I think it can be very good and helpful. So again, thank you so much for all your help. We keep helping. We keep helping people to get out of the cities, because a lot of people, unfortunately, like they didn't leave before, especially ladies with the children. We have lady long time ago, we posted a video, and her sister, like she was on our video with her husband. She lives in US, but her sister, she has 4 kids, and she didn't leave. She didn't want to leave her husband and their home. And 2 days ago, she finally left. It was very difficult because she was scared. It's a lot of scam going on. Like a lot of people become like really not very nice and kind, especially for the like single women or women with kids. It's horrible, but there is still a lot of legit contacts, very good people who helping others to get to the border, to get through the border, to accommodate them. So if you know any women or like you're talking to somebody, please make sure that they're using some legit contacts to get out of any city in Ukraine. Do not go with anybody, because unfortunately a lot of people are taking advantage, and now online you can read a lot of information about
there's a lot of like, and like this really, like, I don't know, like it really, like in a time like this that people can do bad things. Like that for me is just, it's like a whole other side to human nature. But even, yeah, there's like, if you do know ladies over here or people over here, families, whatever, just be careful, because there's a lot of people on Facebook connecting with people in Ukraine saying, hey, look, we'll give you a ride or whatever. And then it's like, it turns into like human trafficking. So this is in the news a lot. I don't know if it is in the States or whatever. You guys are from UK or whatever. But that's happening as well, which just sickens me to my core. But also, like, there are, same old scams, right? That's happening. And, actually in Ukraine Fusion, in the forum, they were talking about it the other day about, like, is it going to get worse or better or whatever? The lady's going to regret it, whatever. Look, I think that there's always going to be a certain type of person, certain type of people that will take advantage. Never let a good crisis go to waste, sort of a thing. So just be very cautious of it. Like, Luba's already saved a couple of guys that were sending money. They were going to send a lot of money to ladies in Ukraine that use this as an opportunity. They're just opportunity scammers to use this to try and, like, take money. And it's like, the problem with that is that it waters down what is real, and that's what really pisses us off. So, if you have any issues or you have any questions, like, please just message us. Like, Luba has a lot of content, even even here, there's like a Ukrainian community. Luba went there today to see what was going on, and who's there. One of the very famous scammers from Odessa is there with her daughter, like, talking about, like, how she just bought a new apartment or whatever. Like, we don't know if she's like getting money from someone else, but like, it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. So guys, just be careful about that. And please, us guys, we like to rescue women, right? It's in our nature to, like, I don't say rescue, but to make women feel comfortable. I'm going to say rescue. Okay. A lot of guys want to rescue women. Okay. Don't have this mentality here. Okay. Please stop it. You also had, like, some messages from some of our partners as well of some stuff that was going on.
Yeah. 1 second of a, like, kind of silly mood. Remember, we've been doing videos about dating in Ukraine. Maybe you remember. And we were talking about some issues when people live together. Because of unexpected circumstance, we are under one roof. And you know what kind of issue do we have? Right. It is air cons. It's super hot here.
Yeah. But so I like to be warm.
I
like to be comfortable.
But I'm burning.
Yeah. Okay. And I like to be warm, but she likes to freeze her ass off. I don't know why. It's a Ukrainian thing. It's actually a Ukrainian thing. It is, like, the guys always complain.
Everything is very expensive in Spain. They are very, very, like, the lady who rent us an apartment, she repeated about that we need to be saving. She said, you need to buy, like, warm pajama. You can't, like, turn on the heat. You can't, like, we going to the shower every other day. This one is going twice a day.
Every other day.
Every other day.
Oh my God.
Then she said that, it's extremely expensive and we can't go over, like, 50 euros a month because she will charge us. And it's like, and the amount of times that she repeat that we can't use, like, electricity, like dishwasher is like big no, even it is here. And the amount of, like, these lamps from IKEA is incredible here. In this apartment, maybe 7, and only maybe 1 has a light bulb. So
that's what I said to Luba. I said, like, none of these incredible lights that are in this apartment work. That's how I know that the owner is from Ukraine.
What?
Oh, isn't she from Ukraine?
Yes. Yes.
Because Ukrainians buy these incredible chandeliers, and when the light bulbs blow, they don't replace them.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cost them money.
So we do have a aircon issue, but this is not the worst what can happen.
It sounds like it's a communist country.
Yeah. So we are staying here in a small city, and life is better for us right now, because when we came here, as you may know, we posting all of our videos of our journey on our other channel. It's also going to be in the description below on Rocket Life. When we were planning, and called the channel Rocket Life, it was absolutely not about rockets or anything. And it's like, we just shocked that it's happening now, but we posted there what happened to us, how we got out of Ukraine, why we got, and nowadays it's a lot of different, like, thoughts, and people are getting I don't know how the communication will be between people when we return, because some people obviously left Ukraine, some people stayed in Ukraine, somebody can't leave or whatever. And I just read a very good article like a couple of days ago when they say that no matter where you at the moment, you can be useful. So my kid was extremely scared, and like it was a horrible night in Odessa. And I just couldn't let that be this way. So we didn't leave the next day, we left the day after. So we were still hoping that everything going to be fine and we can stay. But I was thinking soberly, we live a good life, car, house, everything. Like we have a great business that we adore. But I was thinking what would be better. Like either I destroy the life of a little one, who will never forget this, waking up at night, like saying, what is going on? And like, I'm shaken. I can't explain, like, what can I say? And one of the guy who messaged me at night, he said like, it been started. I said, what started? And then like maybe 30 seconds after, I hear this like explosion, like it's like this horrible explosion, when like my house was literally like shaked. So I think that we are helping here much more than we would be staying there. Because yesterday I went to this Ukrainian community here. People here are incredible, helping each other, assisting, giving answers, and all the countries are very welcoming. But there's an organization like near the church, like with the church, and they helping local people like homeless or old people. And I signed with them to be able to come there as a volunteer to help. But they said that they are welcome, like we can use that space to help Ukrainians as well, because like people struggle with food, they struggle with the clothes, but also like kids are just getting mad with all these tablets and all this like craziness that they sitting in this gadgets all day long. So I would like to arrange something for kids that they can play together and they can like interact and they can still be social rather than just sitting and watching cartoons all day. So Striker also wants to go, because there's like, you can go there and they can give you a list what can be done. So you can cook, you can clean, you can set up clothes, you can go to the grocery, you can help some older people here. So we would like to do that here, and this will also give us access to more Ukrainians and hear what kind of needs they have. Because yesterday there were a lady, she has 5 kids, like 5 kids, and she's a single mom, as I understand. This is just like, you should see, like, like, it's probably painful in Ukraine, but here it's even worse because like they're growing, there's no clothes, no food. So we would like, and we're helping here as much as we can along the line. Like we've been traveling. If you haven't seen the video, please watch all about our like different cities that we visited and countries. We go to Moldova, from Moldova we go to Romania, from Romania to Hungary, then to Austria, then to Italy, then France, and then we end up here. So we kind of like have connection in all of these places, and we can advise, assist. So if you are not member of our Telegram group, please join, because it's the fastest way for us to see the message and respond quickly. And also, like, I think that I rescued 2 or 3 guys who were going to send money to these ladies who not even planning to leave Ukraine. One of them, as I understand, after like certain questions, she even like engaged with somebody else, like she even have a boyfriend or whatever, and like her name was not even like it was just like mess.
Yeah, so, just be careful. Like it's like I even hate saying like be careful of scammers, because now that the line is it's such a gray area. It's like, well, what is a scam, what is not? Before this, it was like, okay, she's talking about she's from Donetsk region, and there's some red flags there. Now she can say it from any region. She can say she's from Odessa. She can, from Kiev, anywhere. And the problem is that it could be true, and that's the issue that we've got. It's like the boy who cried wolf on this one here. So, but just be really careful, that's all I'll say there. But yeah, definitely check out the other channel. Actually, the videos that we started doing were actually videos that I started making, and now I was just sending them to my family and friends because they were worried about it. And then we put it on another channel, and then it was too difficult to maintain all these channels, and then we put them on to this one here. So if you want to know what happened to us, it was very interesting to say the least, I guess. Lou and I, we decided to make a bolt for the border. We got separated. We met up again, obviously, but it was like probably, I don't know, I wouldn't wish what we went through on probably my worst enemy ever in the world, except for maybe Putin.
Did you worry?
What about me?
No,
Yeah, well, of course.
That we will not meet again.
Yeah, of course. So it was a very strange and unusual time, especially for me from New Zealand, which is probably one of the most peaceful places in the world.
But we literally threw him out from the car because it was really like bad. So when we they said that we can't go past, like it's a lot of details. I don't want to go through that again, even in my mind. But we passed, like there was a place that they said you need to decide, and like Striker's like he doesn't want to leave me, but I understand that he has to go, and he can. And then we turned a little bit she said you need to go around because this lady was like rude, like it was a lady and she was shouting at me and she was like
it was horrible.
Like I really like she is not the right, like she was not
but
right.
She was actually pretty hot. I popped this. Okay. That's inappropriate. I'm sorry.
No, she was cute. Yes,
she was very.
Yeah. It's good that you was thinking about that at that moment. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yeah. Anyway, and she, yes, she was rude. Even though she was yelled at you as well, you still.
That made her more attractive, to be honest.
Okay. And now I don't even care that I threw you up from the car.
Well, but then I actually appreciated it.
And then like it was dark and I said like you just go, and he left and she like come back and she started yelling like, what are you doing? You're not allowed to like get out here. You need to just like either here or nowhere. So and then he said like, what should I do? And literally it's like darkness. It was like at night, so it's completely darkness. And I said, you just go. And he said, where? I said, there's another border, because this was like Ukrainian border and you need to go to.
Yeah, I had to walk for like 1.5 kilometers in pitch black.
And she said, it's okay, their kids are walking, he will be fine. I said, you're very welcoming, like you are so nice.
It was fine. It wasn't like it was a very strange. I actually made a video when I walked through there. It was really strange.
You know, he's cooking. I can't. I wish.
I'm the chef. And
not allow me to cook.
Yeah, no, we got to have good food here. We're not having Ukrainian flour and water mixed together into a gluey paste.
Are you sure now what you're talking about? Yes? Yes?
Mm-hmm. But it was a really strange and unusual time. Like even now when I think about it, I think that like it's almost like it wasn't real. Like even when it first happened, which was and there was all this like buzz around, like, you know, there's going to be an invasion. I had friends, like good friends, that were messaging me saying you got to get out of there by this certain date, blah blah blah. And it was like, yeah, I think it's kind of bullshit. You know, I'm not gonna fall for it. The Western media was saying, and I said the Western media is not, you know, the most reliable source of information. But yeah, but then the day before it happened, like Luba and I talked, and we said, look, there's something that's going on that's like really weird here, and we didn't feel comfortable. So we both bought tickets to get out of the country. And my flight was was that night. Luba's, I think, was a bit earlier. I booked a COVID test for like 7 o'clock in the morning. I thought I'll get the COVID test. I'll go there and then I'll go to the airport and then I'll fly out, and I was going to go to Dubai. And yeah, I went to bed at like, I don't know, maybe 1 in the morning. I woke up at like, I don't know, must have been, I don't know, I guess 4. And I thought someone had gone bang on the door. So I got up.
It was me, like, why are you going to Dubai?
Why are you going to Dubai? So I got up and I was walking around and I had goosebumps. Like something just felt really, really strange. Like just like even now I've got goosebumps just thinking about it. I looked through the peephole, couldn't see anything. I was like, man, that was weird. What's going on there? And I went back to bed and I lay down, and just as I was falling asleep, a huge explosion just went off. And like I'm on the 25th floor, I'm on the top floor of my apartment building, shook the entire building. And I like, you hear fireworks every weekend from parties and stuff like that. And I just knew that wasn't right. I looked out the window, all the lights for all the apartment were coming on. Car alarms were going off, dogs were barking, and it was like, what? I looked online and I saw Luba was online, and I said, did you hear that? Well, did I imagine that? And she says, I heard that as well. And then I just jumped on Facebook, and it was like all this, like from all these groups that I'm in, it was like, we're being attacked. It's like, it's happening, blah, blah, blah. I just thought, I'm going to wake up in a minute, and this is going to be one of those dreams where I'm so stoked that I just woke up. It was pretty wild. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can you please plus, it's like it's 57 people now. Can you put plus if you subscribed, or like you're interested at least in our videos that we're doing on Rocket Life about our life after we left Ukraine, our experience here, because we kind of like, Ukraine, Rocket Life was a channel that we were planning to do about life in Ukraine, lifestyle. We bought an apartment, as you know, and we did the renovation. We did an incredible video about that we didn't post, like we just needed like a last shot. And like we just don't know like what should we do according to our future Thank you, guys.
That's all the pluses.
Yeah, because like we ready like to make a content like whatever you're interested in, because when somebody's asking me, I've been in this Ukrainian community yesterday, and there's a lot of women, guys, and when I said what I'm doing, they were like, what? Because I met one lady, and she is in our agency in Dnipro, but I never introduced her to the guys. I just saw her pictures. She doesn't know me, but she said, your face looks very familiar, and I do sometimes live streams with that agency. So she probably saw me, and then I said, I'm running dating agency, and I said, they were like, you should see, their eyes were like highlighted. They were like so excited. So I don't know, there's a lot of kind of request about that, and I just really, to be honest, like I'm lost. Even like I adore what I'm doing. Like I adore Heart Rocket. I adore guys. Like my year, like I was complaining that my year is so busy that we going to have so many tours. I will go every month. I'm ready. I'm ready to go now, and I actually know how to pack light now. I'm very good at that. And so,
really,
no.
You think what you took was light? I took one backpack with like nothing in it. And I turn up there and it was like, why don't you take everything else? I was like, well, you said you take one bag. So yeah, I had like nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to say one thing. You want to say something? Your phone is.
No, I'll just try to read the comments.
One second here. I want to say here about donation, like Albert is saying that he donated $500 to the Red Cross. I will explain you how it works now. My friend in US, like she's Ukrainian girl, and she started helping. She lives in Washington, and she started to help a lot. Like they create a giant, like I don't know how she arranged all that, like a giant place where a lot of people, like and Amazon, like they was ordering medicine, equipment for kids, for moms, like a lot of stuff, and they were sending it to Ukraine. For some reason in Ukraine, they kind of like prohibit, as I understand, maybe I'm wrong, but it's what I understand from like her stories, because I can't like really talk to her. She's super busy now. But anyway, so what they're doing is that you can't send it to somebody. You can't send it like from US to like, they just trying to make it work right now. So it was like a humanitarian help for Ukraine, but then nobody was getting it. And this is like, I don't know. I don't want to discuss that. I hope that it is not a scam. I hope that they really like, they just send it somewhere where we don't know. But, people really want, for example, to help Odessa, or they want to help Kharkov, or they want to help Dnipro. But it's not really work this way. So, and these big organizations, like, of course, Red Cross is worldwide, and they helping a lot here. You can come there, they advising and stuff. But still, it's much better to donate to some organization that that there's going to be a person who's going to take this money and go and buy stuff, or go and help somebody. Because mostly, like money is good, but they helping with like buying stuff, because sometimes it happening like so badly that I know the story that the person is like old and somebody gave him money, but his son is a drug addicted. He came and took this money. So it's much better to buy him this warm clothes, to buy him food, and this will stay with him for sure, or medicine, because he may not be able to Dnieper with us. So he may not be able to do that. Like he may not be able to go to the pharmacy, because it's very difficult to find medicine at the moment. It's very difficult to get something, because my mom had an ear infection, and like she can't find the medicine in the pharmacies. So this is what happening. So if you want to donate, if you want to help somebody, please do it. You're welcome to do it through us, but I can't force you or anything. So do it just through the companies that you really trust, and that they will help directly somebody who need it very much.
Yeah. Like there's actually like, I think it was yesterday, I think I saw there was 3 million people that had left Ukraine, right? And this is like 3 million people. That's like 3/4 of the size of New Zealand, which isn't, like, for me, it's unfathomable. And these people are going somewhere, and we're actually talking the other day about, will they return back to Ukraine? And I think that my thoughts was like, okay, this is a ticket out. You know, if life was shitty in Ukraine, this is like a get out of free jail type of card, you know. But Luba was saying no, because a lot of people are business owners. Like Luba's in these business groups where they meet every week. They talk about their business problems, which might be wanting to, you know, get new customers or problems with staff or something like that. All of that's finished, right? So these people who have qualifications, expertise, whatever, and are going to go to another country like Moldova, Bulgaria, something like that, they have nothing. They're going to have to end up being probably like a cleaner, maybe an orderly at a hospital, you know, or something like that, like help, you know. Whereas here, they may be a doctor, they may be a lawyer, they may have some sort of prestigious job, but they don't have that there. So are they willing to do a job they didn't train for, that they weren't passionate about, or will they come back? You know, and I agree with Luba. I think that most people would come back if they had something that was like a job or something here. People have apartments, you know, they have vehicles, they have, you know, a garden with vegetables in it. They have a life here, so they're going to come back at some stage. You know, we just don't know where that what point in time that's going to be. I have my thoughts, which I won't talk about because we agreed that I won't talk about that, but we've got about 5 days.
You know,
don't get me started.
No, I'm talking like today. I was watching like one like pretty big blogger, and can't find this anymore. Like she just posted amount of people. It was about like 6,000 people who respond to her request. She say, so the questions was, did you leave Ukraine? Are you staying in Ukraine? Did you leave and planning not come back? Did you leave and already return? Because some people, they understand that Europe is big, Europe is very welcoming, but they can't help everybody. And some people, so the answer was like equally about like 2,300 left, 2,300 stayed, something, it was pretty equal. It was about 300 people who returned. There's like different sides to that, because people was thinking that, you know, they will get luxury accommodation or anything, but actually, unfortunately, no, not luxury, but unfortunately, the accommodation that Europe is now can help with, like maybe the first flow of people who came, this was good, but now they just storing people, like a lot of people in the same places, in the same apartments, in the same places. I mean, you know what I mean, right? So they can't really, Poland is full, Czech Republic is full. They even trying to help with money, but still it's very, very difficult for these countries. They was not ready. And everybody after crisis of COVID, they also not prepared for that. They not really have, their economic is not so good to be able to help others. In Spain, for example, they're not supporting with money at all, so they can give a free medical like insurance, they can give free education for kids, but not more. They're not giving, like, I know that in Austria now they're giving, like, there's one of our ladies with her daughter, they're giving 500 euros for 2 people, but she said that the cheapest apartment that she found in the village, it was 400 euros, and she say, okay, well, so 100 euros like for food is not enough there. And some people returning because they just can't live in this condition, and also some people didn't leave because they think it's better to just stay at home, because at least you're staying in your.
I had this conversation with a good friend of mine, and he was saying like to leave and get out of there, and it was like, okay, so to get across the border, like if you guys haven't seen our video, like Luba's crossing of the border, which was mere kilometers, was 52 hours. Mine was like 36 to get through the border, and it was like, I don't know, a 3-hour drive to get to Moldova. But it was just like, I remember.
But you know what?
I was just going to say, like, I remember, like, I was in the back, and I think you were driving, and it was like, we're just sitting there doing nothing. And it's like, okay, I'd sort of nod off because it's like 24 hours later, and you'd wake up when someone would go beep, beep, and you open your eyes and the cars had moved in the front, and maybe you were like asleep at the wheel. You know, it was just like, you're driving, but you're not driving. You're just kind of sitting there waiting for it to move like this.
Yeah,
like this,
but
this,
it was very tough experience. But at least after that experience, I think that like even in this business community that I'm in, like I helped maybe about 20 people to just not make our mistake, because there is one border that everybody knows. It's in a normal time, it's about 2 hours from Odessa, and so we were staying there 20 hours on that line, almost like the last.
We're like 3 kilometers.
It was
from
like
the border.
really like we was even 1 kilometer from the border.
Yeah,
and,
I could walk to it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I bribe the guy at the end. I will tell now. So my son got the chocolate from the girl that he really likes. It was this Toblerone, and we were staying in this line. And I understand, like it was just impossible to pass. It was just not moving because people. It was 2 lines. One go this way, one go this way, but. People were like so crazy. They put 5 lines this way. So the big buses or anything that was trying to go back 5 in 1 and actually in 2. So there was no way, and they were just stuck. So when we think, oh, it may be in an hour, I did it. Like you can watch this video about this 52 years adventure.
No, not 52 years. It felt like that.
Yeah, but at the end, like this guy, I just said, like, is there any other board, like other board? He said, yes, like you can go, like if like he just made a little hole, and I say, would you like some chocolate? He looked at me and I gave it, and Max was like, what are you doing? Like, because it was, even he doesn't like black chocolate, but dark chocolate, but he was like, I gave it to said, like, Max, you rescue our life. And this guy said, okay. And he kind of like opened this car, like he like said something that this car is not going to it's not that we are trying to be tricky and go to pass everybody. We're just going other direction. And like after that, I just send everybody message, please don't go to that board, don't go, because there's like 8 of them. There was like somebody create a map that was super useful, and there was, after we passed, like we just find out there's one point that was not on this map. It means that nobody was going there. There was no cars. Imagine like line for 20-30 hours and no cars. But nobody said, like nobody even bothered to announce that, like map or something. There was not even food, like 20 hours. It's good that we grabbed some food, because there was like kids and people, and we've been traveling.
People were running out of gas. They were ditching their cars.
My friend, in few days, like there was 3 days, they can't buy, like they for some reason went to the furthest border and they ran out of gas. And so it took them, like they found, it was crazy. Like the experience that people had, even with the gas, like I'm very grateful for my dad. The very last moment, he brought me this like metal Soviet Union tank that he always keep in his garage. And I thought, like, Dad, are you losing your mind? No, thank you so much. And this is our, like, really, we didn't use it. Like, thanks God, we didn't really need it. But we've been traveled with that all over the Europe. And I think that now it will always stay in my car as a memory. So this was pretty tough.
Yeah, it was a pretty surreal experience. Like, I mean, it's all good, like, to kind of watch it and see it unfold online, and I've followed wars for many, many years, like in the Middle East. And I have a relatively good understanding of some of it, of, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. But when you're actually in that situation, like I won't forget ever for the rest of my life, shutting the door to my apartment and thinking, whatever's in there is in there forever. Like it's not going, And like you guys know that Lou and I bought an apartment, I don't know, 6-7 months ago, something like that we just finished renovating. We just put it on the market. Oh, did we put it on the market?
A week before that.
Yeah, about a week before that. We made an incredible video, like the whole thing, and it was like, it's a surreal experience, like you see these like refugees that are fleeing from some of these countries, Middle Eastern countries, and you sort of become like a little bit like desensitized to it. Like you see it and you're like, no, yeah, it's happening all the time, like whatever. But when you actually, and I can't say that like I'm in a position where you like what Ukrainian people went through, like what Luba went through, like where they left land, property, like literally real stuff, stuff that they really, really cared about. I'm not in that position, but I saw people, leaving with like carrying 2 kids on their shoulders and trying to drag a suitcase or a backpack with them. And it was like to stand there at the side of the road and to see that, like, not just
that luggage, say about the luggage that the person threw away.
Oh, people were ditching their luggage. just because it was too far to
Heavy,
walk or whatever, too heavy, but like, I just had like a backpack. So for me, it was just like passport, some money, stuff I needed, whatever I can get.
He complained so much about his.
Well, the only reason I complain is because you brought so much stuff. Like, you're bringing like 2 or 3 hair dryers, and I'm like, I've just got like 3 pairs of underwear and socks.
And look at him now, Mr. Beauty.
Whatever. But yeah, but what I was saying is that, like, but to stand at the side of the road, like when the sun is rising, because you've been there for like, the entire day before, and the sun is rising and you can't sleep, and you stand at the side of the road there and you watch them walk past, knowing that they were driven to that point, probably by their husbands or boyfriends or their sons or whatever, and then they said, okay, go, you're on your own now. Like it was like I had tears, like a couple, not a lot of tears, because I had like zero emotion generally in life, but that really triggered it for me. And it was like, holy shit, like, this is like what you see on the news. This is what people experience, like going over the border, in all these countries. It was like how did I get here? Like, it was just, yeah, it was horrible.
About the COVID, if you want to know the COVID situation, like no PCR test, like it'd been like, I think that at the border they've been pretty understandable, and if people didn't have a vaccination, they were on, because some of my relatives, they went to
are you answering this question?
They stayed on a self-isolation, so they need to do a test. They stay, like, somebody 3 days, somebody a week, somebody 10 days. So they let them go through the border, but they still was like, some of them I know that got required to do the vaccination. Here in Spain, they talk about that. They recommend to do it, and everywhere you go, like the first thing they said, like, at mask everywhere. They are very, very strict about the masks, even though it was a holiday where like this week was big holiday here in Spain, and there was like thousands and thousands of people without masks. But they said that the people, like, with whom I've been talking, they said that they've been even wearing masks on the street, and it just recently happened. They left the mandatory wearing mask outside, so now it's only inside. This is what's happening here, and in Ukraine, of course, nobody bothered to.
Yeah, no one cares about the masks.
Yeah.
You come here and you put it on, and you're like, masks? Yes, I remember that thing.
Hard to watch what? One second.
So what are our plans, like, for the, like, when we first got out, or when I got out, and then Luba got out as well, and we met up. We were in Moldova, and someone that we knew had a connection, like a pretty good connection to someone who was also connected, and they were saying that, you need to probably leave. What am I saying? You need to probably leave Moldova because it could spill over. And so the next day we were like, okay, let's drive. Let's just go and drive. And it wasn't until a couple of days later that there was that whole, like, Yukish, what's his name? Yeah, he like accidentally let it slip that they were going to come through Moldova. So we left there as well. And we just wanted to get as far away as possible. And we had like different options. Like we could have gone to the United States. Of course, they could come to New Zealand. I could sponsor them. They could also go to UK, and I could sponsor them as well. So we had all these options, right? So it was really difficult to decide what to do, because you don't know if you can turn around and go back home, which is what we're hoping. The ideal situation is to go back home to Ukraine. So we just thought we would just drive and just get as far away as possible, and hopefully by the time we get there, we can turn around and go back home. So,
the reason that we went here, Spain, like, because we actually were thinking to go to UK, and I just was driving my car that I like. It's like also family member, and I didn't want to leave it somewhere like randomly. So in Spain here, not here where we live, but in some other place, we have a client that got married with our lady, and so I knew that I would be able to leave the car somewhere in Europe safe, because for me, I know it's not the most important, but at least it's my asset, and it's like maybe the last not the last what I have, but what I have at the moment that I need to take very good care of. And so Yeah, we were thinking about coming to US, and maybe, who knows? We hope we here in Spain till 31st of May. And after that, we applying for this document, like we have to, because Max needs to go to school, and this medical insurance, and like the lady that we're renting apartment from, she's registering us, like in Ukraine called prepiska. Here is like registration, because like if we want to have a normal life here, we need to have this document. So it's not we're not asking for political asylum, we're not refugees, but it's like temporary that they do for everybody. And also it gives us opportunity to stay here, because Ukrainians and everybody can stay only 90 days without extra documents, but we will be able to stay 6 months. So the regulation here is that you're staying for 6 months. If the situation is not getting better, then you can apply for more, and they extend it for a year and then up to 3 years. Of course, we hope that we will not need to do it. And even the apartment that we rent till 31st of May, like it just happened because we can't rent it less. And also we can't rent it more, because in this particular city that we are in, like it's a very touristic, we didn't know that, but it's a very touristic city. And so they renting everything here per days, per minutes, per hours.
Yeah, they want to
in
maximize.
Summer. Yeah, they want to maximize. So we probably won't stay in the same, like if we can't go home after 31st of May, we will have to look for some option where else we go. Either we stay in Spain or we go some other countries, because like we can. And I was thinking about US, because like we have like all of you there, so we can.
Yeah, we had so many invitations all over the world, like in so many countries, that people were saying, from our clients, or not even our clients, like just people maybe we did a call with, or just we'd exchange emails, and they were inviting us. Like it was really quite touching that people could help us if we needed that. So yeah, so the hardest thing is, and like it's like you just don't know. Like I'm hoping that an agreement is made in the next week or 2 weeks or something like that, and we can return home. Now that doesn't mean that we can return home to what it was before, or there may be an agreement made and then it's going to be months afterwards. But the thing is like if there's an agreement made, it's kind of a little bit of closure. It's a moment in time where we can say, okay, so it's done. Putin had a good go. Ukrainians fought back really hard. They had an agreement. Putin can tell his people that he got whatever he wanted. Ukraine can say, we're strong, sovereign nation, strong independent country, and and we can kind of go back to normal, like whether it's normal business, whether it's normal whatever it is, but at least it's like the point in time where you go, okay, because at the moment there's nothing. It's like, okay, Zelensky is saying that he wants to have talks with Putin. Putin is kind of having talks. They're saying the talks are going well. And now they're saying that, maybe the US is making it a little bit difficult. And it's like, let's just do the talks, because I don't want to talk about my thoughts anyway, but they should just do the talks, because, otherwise there's just going to be more people dead, more stuff being blown up. And it's just like, it's unnecessary. It really is, And,
but, anyway. People have a different prediction. Somebody say it's like, will be over soon. Somebody say that it will not be over.
Exactly.
But at the same time, a lot of people that I know, like it's really crazy, because on 23rd, I had a meeting at my business community, and we were talking about like such an interesting topic. And in the middle of this meeting, like I had such an uneasy feeling, even though they were saying that, the war will start on 16, and we were like laughing about that, nothing will happen, blah, blah, blah. And then I was sitting and I was like, I'm having such an uneasy feeling, like I can't explain how I felt. And then my coach was like in another room, and I have to like stand up and go through everybody to pick up this code. And I was like, oh my God, like I can't, like it's really like not very nice of me, but I can't. I just like inside me, I was shaking. And this was the evening when we decided like to get tickets and go somewhere, but we didn't do that. People were talking about their businesses, ideas, spring, summer, high seasons, how they want to get stuff. The real estate market was just like super high in Ukraine, and that's as well. I can't believe, I still can't believe that this is really what is happening. My mom is sending us a lot of videos, like on that channel, we will post, like if you want to see what's happening in Odessa. like she posting, and I can't believe in that, this like hedgehogs on the streets. You probably seen the opera house, what they did to that, like just cover that, like the Duke, the main monument near the stairs. Mom said that it was no food in the shops, like we send the money and we say please buy, because they lost their jobs. And like and I asked, please go get like something, try to find it. She said that only product that is left, it is like from like imported, so it's very expensive. The gas jump in price like super high. My dad, like he had several more of these metal things, and he said that, like he said, I feel good, I have like 100 liters, I sell like 10. I said, just keep it for you for now. I think it's getting a little bit better, like they start opening the market, they start a little bit, like they say people go to work, because people are just getting crazy there, like without work, without anything. And these air raids, like this air raid alarms all the time. Like I'm not sleeping at night, because I still, I got this message, and I'm like, I'm waiting, because my dad is waking up early, and so every day, like about 6:30, 5, he messaged me AM, and it's like the best message, like все тихо, it's like everything is quiet. But my other relatives live in a higher. My parents live on the first floor, and somebody live higher, so they run to these bunkers, and they sleeping there, and it's horrible. It's horrible.
That's crazy. It really is. It's yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's very crazy. But I don't know. Like, we could have another live stream of discussions about how we think it's going to end and all that sort of stuff. But
no, you will be by yourself there.
But it's like, but we don't know, like a lot of people, like I got messages and comments on other videos, like videos that I made, like for my family on YouTube. People were commenting under there saying like, you're an idiot. Like, everyone told you it was going to happen. If you go and look at people that live in Ukraine, not people that are in the United States that are watching the news, who are like, yeah, it's going to happen. But people who live in Ukraine, who had this feeling of peace and serenity that was here, no one said it was going to happen. Everyone was like, oh, it could happen, but chances are it's not going to happen. And I know, because I was here, and I'm talking to Ukrainian people, and they don't think it's going to happen. But there is obviously some US intelligence, right, that says it's going to happen. But what do you say when people say, what about US intelligence? I say, well, what about Iraq? It was like the worst piece of US intelligence in the history of the world. 19 years in Afghanistan and nothing to show for it. So there was all these thoughts as well. It's like, what's really going on? Is it really just to scare people, saying, well, people are getting removed from embassies? Okay, well, like you gotta, like, it's so difficult to understand what's real, what's propaganda, what's steering something in some direction. I mean, I just saw that Biden approved like $3 billion worth of funding for for military equipment. That's a lot. But then I also saw that a post from who's that guy that he's like mediating? What's his name? He's like the guy that's like talking for Russia, and he's basically come out and said the US is stopping, the Zelensky from agreeing to the bare minimum negotiations. Okay, so what's going on, right? So it's like, anyway, sorry, I said I wasn't going to do this.
Yeah, dinner is not ready.
I'm having a conversation. A conversation with my friends, okay?
Like you can't go over this frame.
But look, just because I started talking shit, it got to 65 people.
It was there before. It was 66.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I know what they want. They want me to.
Okay, I can have a private channel for you. You can do it at night.
Anyway, what else are we going to talk about? That's pretty much it, really. We could talk for hours about stuff that's.
What do you want us to do? We will be back, and all the tours.
Let's talk about of course.
All the tours will be there. I am on fire to do that. Like, I am extremely happy for all the couples that we created last year. All of the couples, actually, like if you are in the process of getting visa or anything, it is possible to hurry up it. Especially like we have several couples who got married in Ukraine. Then it's like easy. Like it's really like this visa usually take longer, but this time it's like super.
This I want to talk about.
I wish.
No, you keep going. I just want to talk about this because we just had a conversation today, I think, or yesterday.
I wish I
about
had
this.
taken the trip to Ukraine rather than waiting.
How is this?
No, no,
How
it's
is this gone? And like I'm getting squeezed out of the video. Soon I'm going to be like this. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks.
Because usually you that it's okay.
I can sit over
cares?
here. It's not a problem. No, that's an interesting comment actually, because I'm sure it was today, maybe it was yesterday, I don't know. And I said to Luba, imagine all the guys that were going to come, like obviously this year, like people that, you know, that we know, clients that we know this year, but everyone else who was going to come next month or next year, or they were just waiting to like finalize their divorce with their wife or whatever, that were going to come, and just all of a sudden it's finished, you know. And this comment here from Patrick, yeah, it's like, yeah, you've got regret, you know. It's like, yeah, you didn't go and do it. I get it. Like I fully understand what you're saying. So yeah, so that's pretty much.
Stop moving camera to your side. Let's try here. You want to show them amount the chandeliers that we have? It's okay. It's not that good.
You know, it's like the whole thing with Heart Rocket. Like obviously you guys know us like from the start. Some of you know me from way back when I decided to post my very first video, you know, that led us to this point right now, which is pretty crazy to think about. You know, like all we want to do is we want to go back. We want to continue with our business. You know, we got a lot of satisfaction with it. We actually just almost finished that. Like I wanted to make a little movie about Luba's life as a matchmaker, and we did all the video, the interview. It was so cool. Like it's just such a incredible, amazing story of Luba's life of overcoming these obstacles that she's been through. And we just needed a couple of shots in the city. And yeah, that was like I was working on it the day before this happened, you know. So but as soon as we get like, it's like, actually I'll say this, actually I keep thinking in my mind I need to say this, but like a lot of guys are saying like, does this make things better for does this make this better, harder, easier for dating industry? Okay, like I'm not trying to take away from what is happening, okay, so but this is our business, and people ask so much about this, right? And even in here about what is happening. Look, at the end of the day, it's the same philosophy as it's always been. Women need men, right? Okay, so if we're going to say that, some comments were in Ukraine Fusion along the lines of, you know, women, you know, they see the strength of these men that are fighting or whatever. Okay, so that's true as well. But that also happened like 2014, also happened in many other wars prior to that. When it comes to like relationships, marriage, dating, all that sort of stuff, like nothing really has changed. There's not. I had one friend of mine. He said that only, it was at the time, it was 2 million people had left Ukraine. Okay, and 2 million people, mostly are going to be women and children, right? You know, probably you could say a third, maybe a woman, 2/3 are children. Maybe they have like 2 children in tow. And so it's, are they that patriotic that they didn't want to leave their country, right? And the answer is no. And my response to him, to my friend, was that, you know, there's a difference between staying in your country and being patriotic, you know, or leaving your country. Well, I should say that there's a difference between leaving your country with a backpack, with nothing, leaving your apartment, your friends, family, and everything behind, and leaving your country with a man who's going to take care of you with security and all that sort of stuff. So I don't think we should like look at it and go, okay, there's some sort of correlation between people that stay there, the women that leave. Will they be more in love with Ukrainian men? Like all of this stuff it's completely irrelevant to everything. I even feel kind of like shitty talking about it in this situation. In fact, we even said that we wouldn't discuss this because it's not appropriate, it's too soon, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like, for you guys that are thinking about it, because that's what most Western guys are thinking about, that were thinking about coming here, was dating in Ukraine, and I'm going to come and do it later, whatever. Like, nothing has changed when it comes to the dynamics, the intersexual dynamics between a man and a woman. It really hasn't changed. It's exactly the same as what it was in World War I, World War II, the Civil War, whatever war is going on, it has nothing to do with it at all. The thing we need to, I guess, I don't say focus on at the moment or think about at the moment, is that there's a country that's going to be under a lot of duress, a lot of heartache for years and years to come. Especially in some of these cities like Kharkov. Like, it's just what the Russians have done to those cities is, and what's the other one? Mariupol. Right?
Mariupol is crazy,
Yeah.
Because I have, you've probably seen all this news and about the birth house and hospital and stuff. When I was a student, I went there for some competition. I wrote economic article, and so I went there to represent very nice city. And so I met there a guy, and we actually went from the same university, and his parents live there close by. They have no heating at the moment. So the war, they said that this part is already Russian. It's already taken. They're not announcing it really here, but they saying that they know as they live there. It's already taken. They have no gas. They only have electricity, but the government prohibit. They ask them not to turn on. It's very cold. It's still kind of winterish, so they can't plug it in because the whole city will blow up and there will be no power as well. Super difficult to live. And somebody say if they come to agreement and what's going to happen, we don't know. One thing that I know at the moment, what I see is a lot of people are stop talking Russian. And even here in community, this Ukrainian community, they kind of want to speak only Ukrainian, even though I spoke Russian. I am speaking Russian, and I think that I will. My parents, I've been raised in Russian. We never been pushed. We never been pressured. Nothing. Especially in Odessa, it's the most multi-language place, and nobody ever care. So, but some people getting a little bit what the only thing that will happen that I worry about is that people become a little bit aggressive, because when you're losing something, even a child, when he lost his toy, he become angry or naughty or crying. So same with people. And international dating, nothing will change. The ladies been looking for the guys, and they are still looking. Some of the relationship been a little bit forced, I think, people who've been just communicating, but then a lot of guys just inviting these women, and they so much better. They inviting these ladies, and they helping them. And one of the couples, they just really developed this relationship, and it's not because she was desperate and he took her. If relationship is not working, they're not working. It's not much you can do. Or if they are working, they are working. So if you're thinking about plan your trip, I even said to Striker, I think it's possible even to do the Zoom, if you want, with the ladies, but we think it's too soon, because we still don't know what's going to happen. Still a lot of cities, one evening, one day it's quiet, one day it's nice, but then the other morning it's something happening. In Lviv, who would expect? Everybody went to Lviv. Everybody who can't leave Ukraine, they went to the west. And I was talking in a line yesterday with a girl, and she said that very close to her work, it was aircraft factory, and they blow it up. So, and she said it's really 5 minutes from her work. More options in Europe, and may prefer to date closer to their home country. It's equal, Barry, because I work with different agencies, and they work with the partners. They call me American partner, and they have European as well. Ladies are looking for a good man. They're looking for somebody with whom they feel good. And we discuss with Striker that a lot, that some guys think, she just wants to be with me because of my money or something. It's very difficult to be with a person if you don't have feelings to him, no matter what. He can be super rich, but even it's not that matter. If you don't love this person, it's very difficult to be with this person. And so for them, it's just a matter of finding the right person for them. And there's a lot of guys coming from Europe, a lot, but the ladies are still kind of choosing. They can what they feel better, because I've been even talking to one of our ladies who now married to an American guy, and I know that she'd been dating before the guy from European country, and she said it's not even comparable. not even comparable. They're like this guy from US is so much better. His attitude, his everything that he is not. It's not about money even. It's like it's just about his attitude and his care. So European guys in some matter they're a little bit similar to Ukrainians, and it's not always. It's sometimes a good sign. Sometimes sometimes is bad. Так. I don't know what he's doing. He's putting the warm socks on because I turned off the heat.
What?
Nothing.
What did you say? Sorry, I'm back. But I mean, like, if you guys have followed our channel for some time and some of the stuff I talk about, like, it's not about like a woman in duress, a woman that's like has nothing. You need to save her. If that's the case,
you went out to trim your beard or what?
Yeah, see here, I bought clippers the other day. Look what happened. Oh, hang on. We're opposite at the moment. We're this way. And I, got a little bit too aggressive with the beard, and I paid the ultimate price of looking stupid. Anyway, but it's not about that. Like, it's like women need men. You know, that's it. They need men, and they should need men.
And the men need women.
Yeah. Okay. A man needs women.
Subscribe to the channel, and we see you guys next time.
We'll see you in the next one. But yeah, it is. So, like, don't look at the war as like something that's good or bad for dating. Like, it just doesn't. It's just not right.
It's not right attitude.
It's not right.
Like you, and I know
you
there are
will
going to
lose.
be. There are going to be a lot of different talks about that. It will be like when you come to Ukraine, you will discuss it, what these ladies did, what they do. I met two ladies yesterday. I will quickly tell about this. I met two ladies yesterday when we went to this church, and like there was people who want to sign for Spanish class, who wants to work, who want to volunteer, who want to do anything, who want to find accommodation. Two women, very nice looking, maybe in their like 45, before 50. Very nice, very like good skin. Obviously, you can tell, and all the people.
Good skin. Good skin. What about her nails? Good nails.
Oh, nails. Everybody were discussing.
Did she have a good cheek?
Anyway, and so they went like they've been living a good life. Both of them are entrepreneurs. One have a logistic company in Dnipro. Another one having a product like grocery shop. It's like it means something, right? It's like two ladies, single entrepreneurs. So they entrepreneurs. It's very difficult. They have business. They businesswomen.
Oh, entrepreneurs.
And onion.
Yeah.
However, and anyway, so they went to Zanzibar. They've been on vacation, and while they've been on this vacation, that they paid for themselves, they just went there together, and the war started, and they can't go back, and so they decided to come here, and. I forgot why I started talking about this, but anyway, but I said like, they will be back. No, I mean that they will be back. They're looking for the day when they can return home, and like everything will be all right. Some people will stay in Europe. I know that. Like some people will stay, and because they were looking for that opportunity, they was dreaming about leaving. But Europe is great. But it's not that they've been waiting for, like they're giving permission to work. But people here in this little city, they say, great that you have a permission. There's no job for us who speak fluent Spanish, who lives here, who know everything, know people. She said it's not that much work in the whole Europe. Of course, you can go and clean windows, even you can't even look after old people because you need to have like some sort of like medical certificate. So it's not like that. That's why I think, and I'm sure that a lot of people will return. It will be very difficult. It will be very tough times. And if like you can help somebody or you can whatever, like it's great. But think that, the lady will become desperate and she will do anything like just because you have money or something like that. It's not the right attitude.
We actually got a message from one of our partners, right? About did you say that already? Like how the guy was like
yeah, I was opening this message, but I decided not to read it because it's crazy. Like the guy
read it. I think it's interesting.
No, he basically wanted to say, she's like, he wanted to meet a lady, and she said he did. And so she said, okay, my services cost this amount of money. And he said, you're joking me, right? In the middle of the war, you want me to send money? So I don't know.
So he basically wanted it to be free because he would be saving a woman. I just saw a comment here. It's like from Chris, who says that it's true to say that European women decide tomorrow for a man because most likely view him as a last chance. This is like you have to understand it from a different level, right? Women are looking for the best option for them. And you could say, okay, like a man from whatever country is the best. Not true. Like you should see what people have to go through when they go through the visa process. They go through these communication issues, different languages, all this other stuff. It's not, but it is the best option. And the best option is never is it the easiest option, you know? So if you go and do this, you'll understand it. Like I can tell you about my experiences, as probably some of you guys know that along the way, but it's like, but also some guys also go to certain countries here, not Spain, but Ukraine or Thailand or Colombia or these other places, because it's their last option, right? So there's something in the middle there, right? And it depends on the guy himself. If the guy takes care of himself, he has a good lifestyle set up already. Like watch all my other videos of what I learned along the way. You will understand this, right? So like she's moving into your frame. You've already got your shit together. If you don't have your shit together and you're coming over here trying to find a desperate woman in a war-torn country, now more so than ever, then you will lose. You will get scammed or you'll just end up making bad decisions. And it's just the way that it is. So Chris, like just watch some of the other videos and just try and get out of the mindset of 99% of other guys that are doing this and go to another place where like you hold the frame. Okay. You got your shit together. You know, you've done well in life. You know, you're driven regardless of whether you're 25 years old or you're 65 years old. Okay. You know what's going on. And you know that when a woman comes to meet you, you know, she's going to see you as the best option for her. Now, that's not a bad thing, okay? She's always going to be seeking out that best option, all right? So just
I want to say
subscribe to the channel.
Just 1 second for anyone trying to. Okay.
Western Union, it's a mess. You work with that as well.
Yeah, but like people in Ukraine can try to set up PayPal, and I don't know how well it works because we was able to open the Spanish account here, and like we're receiving money already from the guys, and we can send it further. So, or still you can buy our Russian course if you want. So everything will be in description below. Thank you again for everybody who helped. It's priceless for us, and either it's like $15 or $200, and one person just did like, you know, twice 200, and just anything like really helps, and it's very, very appreciated. If you need any help to send money to somebody, like from Ukrainian bank to Ukrainian bank, you can ask us. We can also do that, but make sure that you know who you're sending this money for, or Mama Luba will be very upset with you. Because I talked, like, you know, I have to talk to this guy, like one guy, like I asked him questions and it was kind of, I didn't feel right. I was feeling so shitty. Like I have so much, like, you know, other things.
This is Luba's problem, is that she's helping people that we don't even know through.
No, but his messages was like, I started messaging.
No, I don't think. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's just like the time when that was going on and you were helping all these other people. I said, like, look, this guy is like getting scammed. I said, like, you have to just.
But he started arguing with me that, you know, he's not, and I said,
yeah.
Okay, and then I started like, what is your name? Give me your account. Give me your phone number. And I can't be even like, I can't be like, I was really in a shitty mood and I can't be like nice with him. I'm sorry. But then, and I say, how did you meet her? Did you ever met her? Like which website? And he like, and I understand like it was either like a cam girl or something like that. And he was like, you know, like moving forward, like backward, like, oh, you know, Luba, just shut up. I don't. And then we just like, we didn't end up at all because like he been like really literally wanted to help. I understand that his intentions were good, but you know, why to help somebody who not, you know, ask somebody, like help somebody who you understand that you can help.
Yes. And there's only so many fucks to give in a day, and you have to give them in the right place, unfortunately.
And also like some of the guys just messaging like I am helping, like they're asking how to take this girl out, and then like I do so much research. I start contacting people, like asking what is the most updated information, and then this girl's not even giving a fuck to give me a call and ask like what to do. And like this guy, and like I wasted so much time on that, and it's okay. Like, you know, we're not looking any, like I want to help, but I want to help if like I'd rather go tomorrow and help these like homeless old people here in Spain rather than, you know, some girl who is just fucking with your brain and who just like say, no, don't send me ticket. I want money. I need money. It's better I buy myself. In this situation, you're really arguing. You're really.
Luba's impression of scammers is the
like,
best.
you know, you're really at this point, you're thinking like, what is the best way for you? maybe you need business class. So please, guys, be smarter than that, because like it's really I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That bringing the PayPal now allows payment to Ukraine, I think, with no fee.
Yeah, like it's actually like PayPal, also Wise, which used to be TransferWise, but now Wise also opened it up to make it easy for Ukrainians. And before that, it was like no PayPal, no Wise, and so they made it easy, which is like very, very good. I mean, like we how much did we struggle with Ukrainian banks, like with our
and our funding, like if you want to donate, like probably rather use this PayPal link, because the funding really, like even these moments, like they've been shitty, like they really like probably the worst
declines.
company. I'm ready to say that they declined the transactions, and in a mid, like it just I can't message the guy saying, oh, it didn't go through, like your donation, can you do it another 3 times?
Yeah, it's not like a client, like we always, like if any, like it's probably maybe some clients maybe in here, or people that have paid us through Fondy, which is the legit version of, I don't know, Stripe, I guess.
Do you know what is that?
Yeah, and it was always uncomfortable. It was horrible the way that we had to like run to get credit card payments. It was horrible. And now that PayPal is in there, these companies are going to be wiped off the face of the earth. And all companies, like even like in our industry, also like that we know, also complained about they can't take money from people from USA because of this 3D secure, blah, 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 blah.
But we're ready to help. Anything you need. If you have questions, we're ready to assist. We're ready to...
What is this one? Wealthiest man. Do you know?
Yeah, like what is...
She lives in Kherson, has no food and medicine for a family right now.
I hope it's a joke.
I order.
Yeah. What I wanted to say... another guy was funny, like he gave me her Viber, and I put, like he said, her name is this, I will not say, and then I put her number and it says like different name, and I say, do you even bother? And she said that all her friends calling, like it's completely like, it's like Luba and Striker. It's like, my name is Luba, but everybody call me Striker. And I'm like, what? Like, and he was okay with that. Like she bullshit him, but he's like, he's ready to hear that. I understand that a lot of you guys want to help. I understand, and it's great. If you can send $15, if you can send 20, if you can send 5, if you can send 500, whatever. But help like people who really need this help. Like this is the message, like the best message that I can give. But what I want to say, like I just have an idea. We don't want to take any, like there was a message yesterday. The guy said, I want to put a deposit for your tour, or like, will you make your tours cheaper or anything like that? We're not ready to discuss that, and like our services will not get worse, or amount of ladies will not like get less or anything, and the train tickets like probably will get higher, and we don't know what currency will be in Ukraine, whatever. We do not want to accept any like deposits for the tours at the moment. But if you want to join the tour, if you want to, like when we return to Ukraine, if you want to do that, please send us an email, and we will just keep you in my red CRM that is with me, and I will keep you here. And when everything is good, we will message you, and then we will make a decision, negotiate like when and why, because of course the guys who put the deposit before, they will be prioritized. They can choose the date, anything. But if you want to do it, do not pay us deposit, but just message us and say, I want to.
Like as I said before, like it will return to some normality, and like it's not going to be. This is not Afghanistan. Like this is not like missiles being dropped on the city for the next 20. Well, I hope not. Anyway. It will return. There'll be a negotiation. There will be an agreement.
It may be different country, maybe different currency. But
no, I don't know. It won't.
No, I'm just saying, like maybe, like in the worst case scenario, it possibly can.
Yeah, whatever it is. But like the thing is that like we still have business there. We still are passionate about what we do, and we still want to help guys to find relationships, but also women as well, to help them as well. And does the war make it better or worse? It just is. That's the thing. Like, don't think too much into it. It just is.
Yes.
Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, but thank you so much, guys. Thank you. If you want us to do live videos, maybe once a month or maybe every 3 weeks, because it's not that much. I mean, we enjoy that. We feel very good. It's not much that we really have like some updates. I mean, of course, on this other channel, again, Rocket Life, please subscribe. We did the videos every day, but now we kind of like, we want it to be interesting.
Well, so we wanted to do one this weekend, and it was about the Fallas Festival. Fires Festival, which is like these massive, incredible statues that they build and they set fire to them. And for the last week, there's just been this boom, boom, boom from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. People are lighting these massive fireworks. We started making a story about it, but when we were watching the footage back, the footage sounds like you're watching the news of Ukraine, of just bang, 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 things on fire at night. And we're like, it's kind of like, I don't know, it didn't seem right to be celebrating fire and explosions when that's going on in Ukraine, you know. So yeah, we didn't make the video about that. Maybe we will one day, but
yeah,
I guess that's all.
Yeah, a lot of banks are not open. It's right, like hard to pick up money.
Yeah, Western Union. Yeah, please just look into Wise. Wise, you can transfer different currencies. It's super fast. It's super cheap. You know, and it's the best way to do it. And if you're with a lady and she says like, I don't know how to set up PayPal or Wise, you know, and she wants you to send money,
talk to me.
Talk to Luba, and she will.
I didn't put the link for. Okay, we will add the link if you need. If you want to donate, you're welcome. We will help other people who really need. I can't find this. Just one second.
What is it for PayPal?
Yes, it's like Lyubov Ukraine, I think.
Lyubov Ukraine. I can't imagine there's any other handles that use Lyubov in Ukraine. Maybe Svetlana.
Very funny. How can I do that? Can I post it like here?
I don't know.
But I mean.
No, type it here. Type and put it into the thing here.
If I put here. Heart rocket. It didn't go through. Okay.
I think I blocked you from the channel.
So can I just like this? It's all they need to know.
Yeah. So that's it there. But if you do donate, put a note on the thing to say who it's from, so we know. Just in case we ever talk to you later on.
Is it right? Lyubov, Ukraine. Is it how it should be? Lyubov, Ukraine.
Cool. Okay, guys. We're gonna.
This is the PayPal, and but we will put also.
Please put a note so we know who it's from. Don't just do a random donation, even though we do appreciate that. Just so we know who it is, because it's always very nice and interesting, you know. So, okay. On that note, it's been 1 hour. We try to keep it under 1 hour because we know everybody is busy.
No, it's because we're starving and it's time to make breakfast.
It's time to make breakfast.
Dinner. Go.
How long have we been on this live stream for?
Patrick, can we still get membership with Hard Rocket? Like you can get course if you want.
Yeah, just about a course.
Yeah, the money from the course we will also at this point donate to people who need it. All the money that we're collecting from the courses like going there. So if you like, this is the only thing that you can get now with Hard Rocket, because we're not taking money for the tours, any deposits. If anybody wants to do the rocket match, if they want to try it, it's going to be interesting experience. I'm open for that. So it means that you will have 6 virtual dates. If you want, we can try. Like there's still like ladies, even if they're like, they can be in Europe, you know, in one sense, like we just don't like, it's just, I don't have a feeling for that. Like it's not right. But at the same time, the ladies are in Europe. It's so much easier to meet them now. You can fly and you can meet and you can spend a weekend, whatever. I mean, it is possible.
It's not, we'll talk about it later on. Like when there's an agreement that is made, then we can start discussing what we know and what we understand. And that until that point has met, it's just our topic is horrible. All right. Our topic is horrible. Our business is not important. If our business was something else, it was something else. Then
no, I mean, love is always important, but it just.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, anywho.
Just 1 second. Any more questions or all good?
Any more questions? Speak now or forever ever hold your peace.
Lyubov, Ukraine. I want to do it like this.
Hopefully we haven't missed any questions from anyone.
If somebody can try it now, it would be so good. Just make sure that I didn't make any mistake. Lyubov, Ukraine. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. As always, you guys are freaking awesome, and we appreciate, you guys calling in on this, which has been probably one of the biggest live streams. There's like 71 people in here, which is pretty incredible. Following us and all this stuff, and following our other channel as well. Like when I started I turned on the camera and I made a video for my parents because my parents were a bit like worried.
You're shaking the tail.
And my friends, and I put that on a random YouTube channel and I called it Odessa on Fire or Under Fire. And I named it sort of after that Netflix thing. And so then, and some of those videos there, like Luba uploaded one to the same channel, which was her journey through. And they got like 2,500 views in like a week, like less than a week. And it was like, we can't manage another channel. I should have just put it on Heart Rocket, but the name seemed a bit weird. So most of it was for our friends and family, those videos. But if you want to follow along, I guess now it's like the tag line for it, if you look at the banner at the top, is like our life in Ukraine. Me being from New Zealand, living from Ukraine, we have a unique perspective on life. Now it's life out of Ukraine, trying to get back into Ukraine. So who knows?
Yeah, and we did the video about the earbuds. We did, and we didn't post it because we didn't finish
translators.
Yeah, but
translators. We did the one about the apartment.
But actually, we can still do it. I mean, it will be bad quality, but we can show how it works because we can use it here. We did, but it's like it's really cool. But at the same time, to put something in somebody's ear is like not super appropriate. So
we actually had 3 videos for this channel, and like the channel changed from like life in Ukraine and was about the interestingness of Ukraine. And we actually had a video, a little documentary about Luba. We had our final video for the apartment where we took you to the old Soviet market, and we wanted to find this old crystal bowl. And that was like the weekend before. It's so crazy to think that we did that. And like, it was just interesting. Another one was in Ukraine, you see these old buildings in the city center, and these things fascinate me. I won't talk too much about it, but they fascinate me. And this was the old communist style living with the apartments that they gave to the people there. And like, we really wanted to go in them. We found someone who took us through them. One was being completely renovated, and she was remaking them into like small living blocks, and it was quite incredible. And we were doing a story about that. In fact, she was the lady that helped us when we got to Moldova. So us starting to make a movie about that, she saved us in Moldova. So it was really interesting, the whole way everything played out.
And thank you for, like, I just got notification that somebody booked a call with us. It's still very nice. We love it. We love to talk to you if you have any questions or you think that we can help you somehow in your current relationship or future relationship or ex-relationship. You're welcome.
Maybe thinking about growing a beard and, you know, not to go too deep on one side.
Very good experience over Spanish barbershops.
Well, yeah, the reason I grew this beard was in case I have to leave, I can go to Turkey. I'll just tell them I lost my Turkish passport and they should let me in.
Okay, anything for the family. So please book a call with us. We're mostly available. Like, there's some times that we will be in this church, like helping others, volunteering, and also my Spanish classes will be there. Guys, please support me. I want to learn this language, and I kind of have to because I need to order the beer for this one.
I know how to order beer.
Now you know.
In Spanish. That's it. What else is there? It's the first thing I learned in Russian too. Yeah. Cool. Okay, guys. Love you all the bits. Stay safe. Do good things.
And thank you again for all of your cerveza, por favor. En la cuenta, per tarjeta. Okay, guys. We love you very much. We see you sometime soon.
And the next one.
And subscribe to our Rocket Life, where we showing our life in Spain. And if you have any questions, if you want us to do about certain things, because like we, for example, are fascinated by their siestas, that they work till 2, at 2 o'clock, everybody go to bed. And nothing is work. On Sunday, you can't go groceries. You can't buy anything. There's plenty of things that we kind of like surprised with.
We also thought we might do like a comparison of like what things cost, whatever.
Yeah, because my mom just doing the videos and she's showing, like she said, like there's the price, like there's a shop and they're showing the price of the meat, and prices are relatively good, and then she opened the door and there's like empty. Okay, we gotta go. See you in the next one.
Peace out.